Hello, this is Dr. Justin Frick with Virtual Therapy Partners. Today, we will be going over accessing the Virtual Therapy Partners website, how to create a patient account and log in to PT Everywhere. We will go over the patient homepage and review of all items on the patient homepage, completing assigned consent forms and scheduling your appointment, as well as other features on the site in the patient portal. So, in order to access the website and create a patient account, you must first go to our website, which can be accessed by going to vtphealth.com. When this opens up, you will see this is our homepage. In order to schedule your appointment, you can click right here under Schedule Your Therapy Today. You can click Schedule Appointment. If you are a new patient, it is going to pull up a page for you to self-register. Once this loads here, you can enter your information and click Submit. Make sure that you enter a valid email address, as this software is interactive with you via email. I've already created myself a test account to show you, so we won't be filling out the registration information here. But I wanted to go over a couple of things before we got into the patient portal. So Virtual Therapy Partners uses a platform called PT Everywhere, and this is used for scheduling and booking appointments, conducting a HIPAA-compliant telehealth therapy visit, as well as HIPAA-compliant direct messaging to the therapist and to the patient. Clinical documentation and sharing of clinical records, again, HIPAA-compliant. Tracking exercise routines and other assigned metrics based on your case and what the therapist assigns to you, and payment for services rendered, as well as tracking of invoices. So once the patient creates their account, they will need to log into PT Everywhere to be able to access their patient portal. So this can be accessed in three ways. First, you can access by going to PT Everywhere's website. Second, you can download the PT Everywhere mobile app, or simply on the Virtual Therapy Partners website, click on the patient portal, which I'll show you right here. Right on the top of the screen here, you'll see patient portal. You will click that, and it will redirect you right to PT Everywhere's website so you can log in and access your patient portal. Now, when you register as the patient, you will have created your username and password. Your username is typically your email address that you provided. So I'm going to enter that right now. And then I'll enter my password. Okay. I would never recommend saving your password here. So now that we get to your patient portal, we will look at these 6 items here today. So from the top left, moving to the right, we have My Documents. This is a section that you will access anything from consent forms to other documents your therapist may assign for you to review. Information like referral from your doctor that your therapist has received, they might upload that there for you to review. And any other documents that you and your therapist agree to share. Next is your schedule, and this is where you're going to access your schedule, schedule an appointment, and also be able to interact with your therapist as far as the schedule and rescheduling appointments, or in the event you have to cancel. Messages. This section here is a HIPAA-compliant messaging system between you and your therapist. This just brings you to your account where you can add, edit information. HEP stands for Home Exercise Program. You can access any exercises assigned to you, and we will look at all of these later. And also payment, where you can access payment for the services rendered. You can also access invoices and track any cards that you may have on file. So first and foremost, we want to schedule an appointment. We're a new patient. We have just gone through the registration process, but now I need to schedule my appointment. So in order to do so, I'll click schedule right here. It'll bring me up to this next page here where I can click on the top left here where it says schedule an appointment/class. Now it's going to ask me from here to please select the service that I want to schedule. So for all telehealth visits, it will typically be this PT telehealth session, which is on the bottom here. But for the purposes of today, I have created on the top here a test session, which is a test for today's demonstration. So I'm going to click the service that I want to schedule. Now, it's going to pull up a calendar. You can click the date, and it's going to show you all of the available appointments based on that service you scheduled, that you click to schedule. So for test session, you can see here that I have on my own portal that this therapist, Justin Frick, is available at these times on July 13th. So in order to schedule that appointment with this provider, I'm going to click on the one that I'd like. I'm going to select the 5 to 5:30 p.m. and I'm going to click book. At that point, it will tell you that the appointment is booked. You'll get a confirmation on the site, but you will also get an email sent to the email address that you provided on your account confirming your appointment. The therapist will also get an email stating that a patient has scheduled an appointment on their calendar. So if you have any questions as to which appointment or which service is most appropriate for you for your initial service, you can definitely speak with us prior to scheduling it. And then from there, you and your therapist will discuss what services are to be scheduled. But as I mentioned, majority, if not all, will be that PT telehealth session. So we're going to go back to the home page here by clicking the house and then clicking home. So this is the page that shows up when you first log in. So we've just scheduled an appointment. Now, once the therapist is notified that your appointment is scheduled, and once you have completed the scheduling process, especially if it is your initial appointment, your first appointment, you'll be assigned consent forms to review and assign electronically. You will get a notification up here where my mouse is hovering on the bell shape on the top right, which will alert you that a therapist has assigned you, or virtual therapy partners has assigned you forms to review. You can access them from here, or you can access them by clicking My Documents. Now, when you click My Documents, it's going to pull up any documents assigned to you. Okay, as you can see, I have been assigned today a patient intake form. Okay, at this point, I will click on this document to review, and it's going to pull up information on the intake form that you are to complete out to the best of your ability and the best of your knowledge. Okay, these forms will vary from patient to patient, therapist to therapist, depending on the patient's diagnosis, the type of visit, and what information the therapist may need. So after you fill this out, there usually on the initial form will be an informed consent as well. And you will sign here either by using your finger on a touch screen, or you can use your mouse on a desktop computer that is not touchscreen. If you need some more time to complete the document, you can click Save. The therapist will be able to see that it's in a save status and that you're working on it. Once you are completed, you can click Submit. It'll ask you that the document is ready to complete and submit. You'll click I agree, and it will say thank you. Again, there will be an email notification sent to your therapist saying that the documentation has been submitted, and it'll be in the status as shown here as ready to review, so that your therapist can review prior to completing the form, which at that point they will be able to open up your visit and have the telehealth session with you. So on the day of your visit, you will log in to the website and be alerted that the visit intake form has been completed. At that point, you will be able to go right in to your visit with a therapist. So on the day of the visit, you will log into the site and you'll be alerted again on the top right here that your therapist has started a video session so that you can join. A mock session demo will be shown in another demo, so we're not going to go over that today. But I wanted to at least touch on it because once the visit is scheduled, you as the patient will have to be logged in and you'll get an alert, like I said on this top right here, that says that the therapist has checked in, and you can click to join the video conference. Now, the therapist will also have it set up to send you email alerts as the visit approaches, just in case you may have forgotten. You can access the video sessions via your computer or the mobile app. So now that we've gone over the scheduling the appointments and also over your documents, let's look at a couple other items. I'm going to jump down to the home exercise program here, HEP, as it's shown here. This is a section where the therapist can assign home exercises and also track other metrics, which we'll get into. So in order to access this from the home page, you would click HEP. Okay, so as you can see here, it'll show you what is assigned to you as home exercises. And this is a good interactive way for the patient and the therapist to show that the exercises are being A, assigned by the therapist, and B, completed by the patient. So we're going to go to today's visit here, today's date, I'm sorry, and look at what's assigned to me. So if I click on the exercise, it'll pull up the exercise page for me to complete to share with my therapist. So we will review the sets, the repetitions, and any other descriptive info. There is a video at times that you'll be able to watch.
Shoulder flexion.
That will show you the exercise being performed. You can then perform the exercise. And once you have performed it, you can click right here where it says complete exercise. Now it's marked as completed. And when your therapist logs in from their end, they'll see that you performed the exercise. There's also a health tracker that your therapist may ask you to fill out on a daily, weekly basis. I'm going to click on the health tracker. Sometimes it takes a little while to load, but it will ask you information such as hours slept, sleep quality, energy, mood, pain. There may be other information that your therapist may assign to you. So if they ask you to fill this out daily or weekly or monthly, just log in and update your scores, and it will notify the therapist that you have completed it, and they can go in and check on you as well. So we're going to go back to the home page now, and we're going to go over the messaging section. So as I stated before, this is HIPAA compliant messaging, keeps it encrypted and secure so that this information cannot be shared and not be obtained by anybody else. So to message your therapist, whether it be about a new onset of pain, to ask a general question about an exercise, or to just check in with your therapist, you can click on the message section here, okay? You can click on a new conversation and click on your therapist, which would be me, Justin Frick, okay? And I can send Justin a message. It will notify me as the PT via email that I have received the message, okay? Or received a new message, I should say. And then me as the PT, I can log into my site and click the notification on my app, and it will open up the messaging and I can reply to the message as the therapist. Very simple, very easy to use, and it's a great way to interact with your therapist outside of visits to make sure that you are achieving all of your goals. So we're going to go back to the home page again, and last but not least is the payment section. So This section is going to show blank right now because this patient has not completed any invoices or any visits and therefore no invoices. But the payment section is where an individual can make payment on a visit, review past invoices, print the invoices for their records, then in some instances be able to print the invoice and send a super bill to their insurance for coverage. Patients who are paying via credit card can choose to have a credit card kept on file, or they can pay each time they have a visit. There are some visits that will require a pay to schedule that visit. So as you can see, this software is very simple to use, very interactive, and you can access it very simply by going to Virtual Therapy Partners website, setting up your account, and then logging into the patient portal via the PT Everywhere website or from downloading the mobile app. Virtual Therapy Partners is proud to provide the user-friendly process that allows you to focus on one thing, your recovery and your rehabilitation. So thanks for choosing Virtual Therapy Partners. Again, my name is Dr. Justin Frick, and I hope you have a wonderful day.